So this is the main page of savvychavvy.com, and as you can see here you have some background information on the project and the training activities. On the left here you have a little description of what Chavvy actually means. It's an old Romany word for a child in the community. And if we go over to the right hand side, you'll see here this is an area visible to administrators, also visible to the young gypsy administrators that we trained. And basically if you want to join the network you have to answer a few simple questions, and then an administrator will click on this link and have a look at your application, and they'll see, depending on how you've answered your questions, whether they want some more information about you or not. And so that's really helped prevent any kind of racist people coming onto the site and leaving comments, and we did have a problem with that at the beginning, but this has really helped. So if we go back to the main page, and you'll see, if I scroll down, on the right hand side here you'll see one of the activities that we did right at the beginning was to organise a workshop with the young gypsies to come up with their own rules for the network. And these are rules like no bad language, no racist language, and not giving out personal information, etc. And there's also some safety information down here which is all around don't give out your personal details, and be careful about making friends with people you don't know, that kind of thing. And as it's obviously the rules have been written by the actual travellers and gypsies themselves, it means that other young people coming onto the site who haven't been trained feel immediately that this is a space that belongs to them. And so we've had, I mean, considering there are 1,000 young teenagers on the site, we've had very few problems with any kind of bad behaviour. So I think it really works, and you see that young gypsies will also leave comments on other people's pages saying, you know, delete that comment, that's not fair, etc. So they police themselves in that way. If we look on the left, you'll see there is an activity board which shows who's online and who's saying what to who, so you can find out, you know, what kind of activity is going on the website. Down here, if I scroll down, you'll see here's a video which is called Savvy Chavvy Respect, and basically this is a short minute video.
This is a site by, for and about young gypsy travellers. It's a place where we can celebrate our culture and be safe.
This basically takes each young gypsy through a few of the rules on the site, and you know, you should keep it clean, and there are young kids on here, so you know, don't use bad language, that kind of thing. And we found as well that's very popular, and that seems to have worked. If I go up to the top, we'll go to the tab called Gypsy Journalism, and this is where the serious stuff happens. So a lot of the site is about young people making their own pages and, you know, meeting with each other, making friends, etc. This is where the serious stuff happens. So you'll see there's lots of debates. For example, this one is quite a popular debate. It's about non-travellers, which are called gorges in Romany language. Non-travellers using the site, and you have gypsies saying whether they think that's a good idea or not. And here you have a subject, are gypsy kids treated badly, down to things about jobs. You know, you have people coming on and sort of, you know, advertising jobs that they might have, or education projects, that kind of thing. But then you also have less serious discussions like here, hey, do you go to any dances? And if I click on one of these topics, we'll click good job for gypsy or traveller, you'll see that just like any other social network, the person who started the discussion put some information there, and then if you scroll down you'll see people have replied to that discussion, you know, they think it's a good idea or whatever. As you can see, there's also loads of brilliant content on the site in the way of photos, podcasts and videos. You can see these photos are the winners of the photo competition that we did to coincide with April the 8th, which is European Roma Day. And if we click here, the video blogs and the films that were made as a result of the bursaries to do with the Media Box project are here, and so on. And those films were great and really popular on the site amongst the young people, but they also went down fantastically well with the young people who actually produced them as part of the training. Here on the right hand side you'll see some of the members' pages, and if we click on some of their pages, let's click on this guy's, for example. This fella's called Jordan, and each of the young people can personalize their page in the way that they want. So we encourage them to be very creative when they do this, use their own colours and their own photos and that kind of thing. And that's been really interesting, seeing how the girls make their pages and how the boys make their pages. It's obviously a big difference between the girls and the boys. And finally, there is a tool on the top, which is the invite tool, which is a great tool for actually publicising the site. Each of the young gypsies can enter in as many email addresses they want of other young travellers and gypsies, and that message gets sent out to them, inviting them to join the site. So already there are over 1,000 gypsies on the site, but now there are 2,000 more travellers who have been invited to join the site just by viral marketing, really, through the young people themselves. And so that way it is definitely a place which is, its identity is very strong. It's very obviously all travellers on the site. So that you have a lot of, recreational activity, people talking about what they did at the weekend and things that they're interested in and all of that. But then you also have serious stuff that comes alongside that. And that's really how social networks work. And that's it. Best thing to do really is to have your own look around the site to sort of get a feel for how it works. And we will be providing you with a guest login to do that.